All right, we're here to decide the winner of Aetherdrift League here in the AGL. We got our Mega Draft Finals. Aaron B, who we saw his very powerful deck operate very smoothly in the first two rounds, up against Lukas M, who had that. He has a pretty low to the ground Orzov deck. I think he was splashing red as well. So what's he got going on over there? I guess a mulligan.
We're mulliganing. I think we're keeping 6. We got 5 lands. One of them's a dual land, black and red, and 2 white cards. An Enduring Bond Warden, the 03 for 1, and a Bola Slinger. 3 and a white taps a creature when it attacks.
Okay. Yeah, we saw a mulligan. The first hand had 2 lands and some 3 drops. So it was like borderline. But Aaron did send it back. Unfortunately, he saw a 1 lander and had to go to 5 here.
That's not great. Are these the only 2 white drafters in the Mega Draft?
Jabari was playing white as well.
That's
And
true.
then Ryan, who had the Luris deck, was, I think white was his like third color, but he was still playing. Like, he was more blue and black, but he was still playing white as well. So white was drafted pretty heavily. Yeah, I saw Lucas doing some pretty neat things with this Bond Warden. He had some sack outlets. He was able to sack things mid combat to move counters around and whatnot. So
Yeah, he's got the hidden stockpile.
yep, that's one of them. So we got a 2/2
So
on 2
far,
here. Yeah.
so far he's just drawing lands though. Still just have a Bullet Slinger and 3 planes in hand.
Yeah. So Aaron in hand has an Audacious Infiltrator, which is the 3/1, can't be blocked by artifacts. He's got a Pacifism, a Forest, and his 7 drop here, Gulta and Maverin.
Ooh.
So a little ways away from that, but if the game can proceed without too much damage coming through, he might live to have that impact the board.
Draws a Dune Drifter for the turn. That's a card that can return something from the
Yeah.
graveyard to the battlefield, I believe.
Yeah, when you pay X, it returns it right to the battlefield. All right, we got Bolas Linger, or as I like to call him, Bolas Lingers. But Bolas is still around.
Okay, at least the 2/3 can block the first strike now, because that was going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's got a Cosmic Hunger and a Pacifism here, so looks like he's gonna Pacifism the 2/3. So basically, unless he finds a way to sack it, those 2 counters are not going to make it onto another creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Bond Warden, I don't even remember seeing it very much in play in Mom. That I think it was supposed to go in the white red backup deck, and that just wasn't like a strong deck.
No, he
And
makes it look really good though.
yeah, the format, I think Mom was powerful enough that a card like a 1 drop like that got sort of pushed out, where in a more random setting with other sets where you can build a low to the ground deck, this 1 drop can be better. So it just was unfortunately positioned in its format. All right. So what's in hand here for Lucas that he didn't play anything
He's
here?
he's got the Dune Drifter and 2
Okay.
planes.
Yeah.
So
So the
next turn he can get back the Slinger.
yeah, next one you can get back the Bull Slinger. We got a Lotus
But
Guard Disciple drawn for turn here, so just something else to put on the board, which is as good as you can ask for when you've mulled to 5. Just
yeah,
find things you could play, affect the board. He had 2 removals. He's got 3 creatures. Can't
he's got max speed now.
can't ask for too much more on your mull to 5, right? Like it's working out
We
as
got
best as you can hope for.
a Ride's End. So now the question is, do we kill something or do we put something on the board? Yeah, we're doing the Dune Drifter.
Yeah, so of note, the Dune Drifter can be crewed by this Bond Warden. So he does. So he still has like 2 creatures in play.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I know. There's some recent. There was like a version from Kaladesh and from Neon Dynasty that stipulated specifically they can't crew vehicles. It looks like he's gonna run over the Bola Slinger. So he just drew the run over. So just nice draws here for Aaron. Draws 3
Yeah.
removals in his top, however many cards, top 7 cards or whatever. All right, so he does create a blocker here. However, the Audacious Infiltrator can't be blocked by artifacts, so that
Oh no.
sneaky little text coming in handy
Oh
here.
no. And he still has the ride's end, so he can
Yeah,
kill something.
he has
Another
to.
planes.
He has to fire it off here.
What do you even get rid of?
I
Like
mean,
neither one's an amazing target for it.
he's got to do something.
Yeah, he does.
Aaron, is he going to go? Yeah, he is going to go for the attack all, which he will still be able to live here, but yeah,
Yeah.
his 2/2 is going to get eaten. Which he can cash that in for a card.
All right, we're going to one.
Yeah, he's going to 1. Let's see if Aaron can find a 2-drop here. No, just a land, but
Yeah, that's it. Land off the top.
this 3/1 with this very random sort of trinket text just came in handy here against the artifact.
There are a lot of artifacts in these packs. We've seen a lot of servos. We've seen some vehicles.
Yeah, I guess nobody really found like crazy payoffs for playing artifacts. I think it was Jabari who had 2 Pactol Terror in his pool, but he didn't have
Mm-hmm.
like a huge wealth of artifacts. Had maybe just enough. Forget who had the. Is it Lukas that has the demonic junker?
He has the demonic junker. He
Yeah,
has an Obosh. He has Winota, and honestly, what his best card here is probably the board wipe. He's got the Terror
yeah,
Tide,
the
which
Terror
is
Tide.
that's how you're going to beat a go white deck is with the Terror Tide.
Yeah, his deck can go pretty wide too, especially from what I saw earlier. He can make servos.
Mm-hmm.
He was going off pretty hard when I saw him playing a match earlier. So it's like 2 decks with somewhat similar strategy, but a bit different in their builds. But they're both looking to get on board, put a bunch of creatures, and then Aaron's looking to pump them up and play bombs, and Lukas is looking to uh, sack and get value and do some graveyard stuff potentially.
We're bringing in a maximum overdrive.
Yeah, he saw I guess 2 removals there that it would fight against. Wouldn't do anything against pacifism, but yeah.
Bringing in another enduring bond warden.
Okay.
Maybe he just thinks he needs early stuff to gum it up.
If the Bond Warden wouldn't have got pacified, it would have probably been pretty good on that board, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And even like making your opponent use pacifism on a 1 mana creature, like
Yeah.
that still feels pretty good.
Things are absolutely going Aaron's way so far this draft. Like mulling to 5 and just opponent flooding and opponent did mulligan too, but just drawing like what he drew like 3 creatures and 3 removals, and that was like plenty good.
Yeah, that's all he needed. And
Just
like he does it on a mold of 5. He keeps like maybe a questionable 7. It works out. It's he's been lucky.
yeah, like even if opponent didn't like stumble and flood there, even if Lukas had like a coherent start, he would have still competed in that game. He would have still had a pretty okay
Yeah.
chance in that game, even if his opponent didn't mulligan and like didn't flood. Like he still just played creatures and removal, which is the basis of what limited is. So this looks like it's going to be another mulligan here with 3 planes and 4 green cards.
Yeah,
Let's
we
see if
have
that's okay.
four black cards and no white mana.
Yeah. So just yeah, we mentioned before Aaron in his I think it's his second top 8, but he just recently won Duskmorn like 2 leagues ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Lukas, he's been around. I think this is his 4th league. I saw. So he's been around for a few months now. First top 8, but he's been close. He's been like in the top 16. He's been competitive in the league. So he's now got a chance to win his first league.
His
Much
6
better
looks a
look.
lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, his 6 looks a lot better.
Yeah, much better look for Aaron too. Just is going to be able to curve out here. What's
We're
Lukas
only
looking at?
keeping we're only keeping 2 lands, plains and a swamp, but he's got the Miner's Guidewing, the 1 mana flyer that can explore when it dies, or make a map token. He's got a Sigil Sentinel. He's got a Momentum Breaker, so he's got a little bit of removal, and he kept Winota even though he
Ooh.
has no red mana.
Yeah, interesting choice of what to put on the bottom for Aaron. So he has Shana, which he's going to play next turn. He has Skittering Surveyor. He had 2 lands. So he had 3 lands. He had Shana, he had Skittering Surveyor, and then the choice was whether you bottom the Gibberick Omnivore or whether you bottom the 7-drop Galta and Maverin. So he chose to bottom the 2-drop, the Omnivore. and
Interesting.
keep the 7 drop. So he's got high hopes here. He has
Because
drawn
he
an
had
armored kin color in the meantime, which is the 3/3 dinosaur.
he had that 7 drop kind of stuck in his hand last game.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
he has the surveyor, so he says, well, that's another land. Yeah, so
we
kin.
drew a wreckage wicker folk.
So he's gonna show his opponent. He's gonna behold a dinosaur. That's what they call it, right? Beholding.
Oh
Reveal
my
it from your hand.
gosh. Oh, okay. We have a tapped red source.
All right.
So we have Winota coming next turn.
Yeah. So we're not beholding dragons here. We're beholding dinosaurs, I believe. Right. He
And I
gets the
know the
bird.
Guide Wing's not a human. I assume the Sentinel is.
Yeah, that's a human. But I believe it's whenever a non-human attacks, you go find the other
Yeah.
one.
So he's got 2 non-humans now that can attack next turn.
Yeah, it's for each one attacking, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's keeping a Junker on top, the Demonic Junker, the removal spell vehicle.
So we'll see how many humans he has if he hits here. I believe you get to look at 6. I think if I remember, which is pretty high number usually. Usually you
I
draw
mean, I
like
know
3 or 4 cards when you're looking
I
at
know
it.
he's got the 2 Bond Wardens, and we'll see what he can find.
Yeah, he's got Broken Wings in hand. Aaron does, which can deal with one of these flyers. His only play is to do that or cast a Skittering Surveyor, neither of which are extremely strong.
Yeah, if he doesn't cast Broken Wings, he might be a little sad with what happens next turn. But you also don't, again, you don't want to spend 3 mana to kill a 1 or 2 mana creature.
And you also like just Skittering Surveyor just feels kind of sad here on this board.
Yeah,
I mean, it helps him get
it,
his land drops, but he doesn't. He doesn't have any like he doesn't have like a great play next turn either. Like he's got a 7 drop.
jumping.
Like how different would this game be if he had a Gibberic Omnivore in play? It'd actually be pretty
Yeah,
different because the Shana would have been a 3/3 already. Yeah, but we'll see. This game looks like it might go long enough for the Galten Maverin to come down.
it might. We're gonna play Winota, and we're gonna spin the wheel.
Yeah. So Aaron's going to be highly incentivized to get rid of one of these flyers now. Right?
First one's up. We got a miss.
Spin the wheel.
We got a miss. That's
Okay.
gotta feel bad.
So we looked at the
12
bottom
cards
12
deep.
cards of our library, but other than that, all right, he does have the 7 lands now in hand. He just needs to
Well,
stay alive, and he will be able to kill one of these flyers to not uh, continue to have Winota potentially trigger.
we're still two lands away from getting the Junker, so we have an answer for the dinosaur. But we got to get there. Nesting Bot off the top makes Junker a little cheaper, and it is another non-human.
Yeah, like Winota's kind of like a kind of like very like emblematic of like why I don't love splashing cards that don't always do what they say they're going to do. Because it's like he
Yeah.
went through the bother of getting playing dual lands and other forms of fixing to play this. Like if I had like 15 humans in my deck, I'd feel pretty confident. I don't know how many he has, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he just played a 4/4 that is just a 4/4 right now. Maybe
Yeah.
next turn he'll get something into play, but
The fact that he chose to kill the artifact is pretty big because it makes the Junker cost 1 more. You find a human.
yeah. Oh, okay. He's got a 2/4 that you untap all your creatures. I don't know if that effect matters. Maybe there's something in his deck cool he can do with it, but yeah.
He also
Also,
has the Momentum Breaker
yeah,
he can cast.
yeah. Getting rid of the Miner's Guidewing means that a creature gets to explore, so he just didn't want to give him that little piece of value there.
But he's not going to feel too bad, throwing away the Nesting Bot next turn as another attacker because he's just it'll replace itself and he can do it again.
Oh yeah. All right, we got a Visionary Augmenter here to put some bodies into play. He's just going to go wide here. Galtan Maverin's going to come down next turn. Maybe do something on this board.
We'll see. Maybe he can find some artifact humans. That's not a thing.
I think back in Shards of Alara, there's artifact humans, but because like the humans were trying to improve themselves. Like I think Esper Sentinel is like a human artifact, but Yeah,
Oh.
not not too many of them to go around.
I mean, here's the thing: is eventually he's going to go through his whole deck and just find all the humans. The way this is going,
I believe that that is a thing that will happen if the Winota stays in play. And I
we
mean,
got two hits here.
like last game was easy street for Aaron. He drew three removals and just picked off the things that we were concerned. In this game, only had the one removal, and it was the broken wings, which wasn't wasn't super strong. I mean, it did stop a Winota trigger, but
We're looking at a enduring bond warden and a grim javelier.
okay. So the Grim Javelineer, you've missed. Unfortunately, we've missed the window to get the pump from that. But the Bond Warden can put a counter on something, so might as well just put on the birdie.
And he hits another grim
Okay.
javelier. So the board's getting big. I mean, Galta's going to make it big too.
Yeah, Galta. I mean, it's big. Is it so big that it can reach into the sky and block a flyer? I don't believe it is.
And we're still one land or one artifact away from casting Junker. So we can't deal with Galta just yet.
Yeah, but in the meantime, yeah, Aaron's pretty excited here. He's mousing over his Galta excitedly, getting to cast it for the first time today.
And that's an attack when Galta attacks, isn't
I
it?
believe it's whenever you attack, you either
Yeah, whenever you
get
okay, when
an
attack.
XX equal to your highest power of attacking creature, or you get X one ones equal to the number of attacking creatures, something like this.
Both pretty good with Shauna.
Yeah, so it either helps you go, it rewards you for either going big or going wide. Looks like he is gonna make a 6/6 here, and then Shanna becomes a 7/7 as a result. So yeah, Galta Maverick, if you don't have a large creature or good attacks when it comes down, you don't get to take advantage of its trigger. But if you do, it gets to come down and make you something immediately. And those tokens don't go away after combat, like some other cards
Yeah.
that give you tokens when you attack.
And we can't really block this very well because we don't want to block with our non-humans. We don't want to block with Winota.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough power to like be happy with letting some of
Yeah.
his creatures go this way.
We really need that land to deal with Galta and then hit some humans. We find a Bola Slinger. Well, no,
All right, well
that's
that'll.
not great.
I mean that can tap down the Galta at least for like if he wants to make a wide attack, but there's still enough blockers on the ground here.
Yeah, the crackback's just going to be so much.
But this birdie has just been the birdie plus the Winota have just been the key factor here for Lukas.
We're still going to get two spins here. Question
Yeah,
is,
it
do we want to
can
cast?
throw away the 1/1 to do that. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and you can surveil onto it, give it +1. We'll see. This Guidewing is
he's gonna
this
make the Guidewing
Guidewing's getting
bigger.
big.
I mean, that's his path to victory right now.
Do we want to attack with the 1/1 or are we chumping with it? I
I
think you
think
got to
he's
attack with it.
deciding. I mean, like if he misses on the trigger, then the 1/1 just dies for no reason. But uh, you know, he'll figure out if he wants to spin the wheel or not.
I mean, Aaron is at 10, about to take 4. I mean, I know he can make a bunch of lifelinkers,
Yeah, there's
but
big attacks coming this turn. Like we're focusing on the attack for Lukas, but what's really is the attack for Aaron, right? It's going to
yeah,
be very large. There's 18 power of trample, potentially another 12 power of trample coming and attacking as well, right?
yeah.
So that might just be lethal potentially with all the other stuff attacking.
Just attacking with the Guidewing.
Yeah, it is for 5. It does mean if Lukas is able to survive the turn, or he may be able to lethal on the next turn.
He found another Bond Warden. He could put another counter on the Guidewing.
I mean, yeah, that works to a certain extent. Yeah, so even if Lukas gets another turn, there's going to be an Armored Kin Caller being played by Aaron to gain 3 life. And he's got a
We've only
Cosmic
got
Hunger. He's got a Cosmic Hunger now too, which just
with
gonna
all the tramplers. It's gonna be
yeah,
real
it's just
tough.
gonna be brutal with the trampling. Yeah, he can just basically attack with all of his large things. I think he's trying to figure out if it's lethal here. I think it's got to be because there's 30 power trample plus a bunch of other things.
Yeah, he's got 12 power
Or
of
not 30,
blockers.
but 26.
Or
Yeah.
12, 12, well, maybe more than
Oh
12
yeah, oh yeah.
toughness. He might be able
It
to,
counts other attackers. The Galta. It always counts other attackers. But I mean, he's still got
but
an
it's
8-8.
still a lot. Yeah, 8, 8, 12, 12. He can kill whatever blocks the 12, 12 and make him take 12. So really, he's at like 3.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely got to be lethal here. I think. I'm sure both of them are doing math. Obviously, Aaron's math
Yeah.
is a little simpler because he knows he can just he can get extra damage in with his Cosmic Hunger. So just very well timed draw here. I mean, he was in good shape even without the Cosmic Hunger, I would say. Yeah, I think like best thing is like line up to try and block the 8-8, I guess. Try and yeah, it's still just so much damage.
But then the 12, 12 and the 6, 6 is still lethal. Like,
Yeah, we may be looking at the end of the line here potentially in Aetherdrift. The finish line has been a long race towards the finish line, and we are at the doorstep.
and once again, it's just Aaron's bombs are just
Yeah,
so good. They're
and
like,
just
because like Lukas had his bomb. He had Winota. He got multiple attacks with it in, and it's still not enough to deal with one Galta.
his
Or,
early
or
game is
Shauna.
just set up so well to get to those bombs because he has like sizable creatures. Like, look, his 2-drop is now a 9/9. His 3/3
Mm-hmm.
for 3 gained him 3 life each. Like
Yeah,
his 4-drop went wide and put blockers in when Lukas was looking to have a wide board, and then he just dropped his bomb and proceeded from there. So I mean, he's just executed his game plan every single time here. He has yet to drop a game, and this is looking like this one's going to go in his favor as well. So let's see how the blocks happen.
so
But with the
yeah.
Cosmic Hunger, it's not
Yeah,
too
right
big.
now the blocks put him to 1 if
Okay.
he gets 1 more point of damage, which we know we know the Cosmic Hunter will get him there.
Yeah, I mean, Lukas is going to block to stay alive, but cannot play around anything at all because there's just too much
Yeah.
damage coming his way. So thank you for doing the math. Yeah, I mean,
So like he did.
Lukas like enacted his game plan too. Like he played Flyer, played a couple early
Mm-hmm.
flyers, played Winota, got some creatures into play. Like, you know, he did what he was trying to do, but Aaron just went a bit over the top here with this Galta and Maverin. And those 3/3 dinosaurs really like did a nice job of gaining him some life just to keep his life total pretty high enough to
Yeah.
not get lethal by the bird.
So right now he's taking 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right now you're taking 16.
Well, I mean, there's 16 unblocked damage here.
Yeah. So he doesn't even have
Okay.
to cast Cosmic Hunger.
Well, might as well. Nothing else. Nothing else to do before we cross the finish line. So the race has been long. The race has been hard fought, and it appears that Aaron B is going to win his second league in as many top eights here. Congratulations to
Wow.
Aaron on the big win here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see everybody back for the next one.